YouTube Nation, Archie here with another video for the Henry Bedard case. Like I say, I can't get out right now to do my King Philip War videos due to some busy schedule I have. Because when I gotta do my King Philip War videos, I gotta be they are driving distance that I gotta get to, and I can't do that right now. But what I will do is this one, and this is the mapping out of the Henry Bedard case I did the other day. And I'm on Google Maps, and I'm going to show you where he was last seen and talk about Franklin Court or something. Franklin, like a bus stop that he got dropped off over here, because this is Franklin Street in Swampscott. This is the DPW yard that he was last seen in by two DPW workers. Now they claim that they didn't see no one following Henry that day on December 16th, 1974. They claim that when he walked by them, the two, that he cracked a joke towards them or something. And, you know, he seemed to be a normal kid. Nothing fearing, nothing worrying him of that day. And like I said in my other video, this kid had some potential. Just by listening to his sister, I could say that I've been around someone like Henry when I was younger. And I could tell that this kid, yeah, he had a lot of spunk, a lot of moxie in him, as you would say back in these days. And he would never back down from a fight, but yet he'd never start a fight. And I think the people of that day that killed him knew that he would not back down from any fight. And they probably knew that they'd get their damn asses whooped. In respect to Henry, I'd like to say, and if these killers or killer are still at large or still alive, and if you are, you come across my videos, anybody that uses a weapon, gun, bat, knife, any type of thing to settle a quarrel between someone, any type of weapon, you're a straight up bitch. I hope the people that killed Henry watch this video, because you people, or you, are a straight up bitch. You took this poor kid's life with a baseball bat. You smashed in his face. For what reasons unknown. Whether you're a Satanist cult or some teenage punk that couldn't take or handle that maybe Henry Bedard. You know, hey, I've had kids that made me look and feel like a little squirt, runt, piece of crap, or whatever you want to call it, but never in a million years would I have thought to go smash their fucking brains in with a baseball bat. That's just stupid. You know, people like this make me sick. And if you want to get someone back, you do something better, or something of the unordinary of being a person, not a fucking straight up killer, and take someone's life just for greed, just for maybe even, like I said, they were talking about some betting card game. You don't do that. You're a straight up fucking wuss, pussy, if you beat this kid down for something stupid nonsense. Or either whether he took a girlfriend, or even if he took a girl you liked. Because the kid was, like I said, good looking. And the way his sister talked about him and buying her stuff and being a little you know, heartthrob he could been. He could have been, you know. You guys take this kid's life for no reason. It's sick. And I just want to call you killers out if you ever watch my video. Punk ass bitch. Straight up. Anyways. Excuse me. So, like I said, here's Paradise Road. The DPW yard where he was last seen. A cop said he was 10 years old and he lived in one of these houses, I believe, on Paradise Road. Because that's the only thing I could see that would have in an attic visual view of this mountaintop with cops and lights and everything that he saw the investigators doing. But also over here is I think, yeah, it's all grown in, but it's abandoned railroad tracks. They look like they've been taken out. So whoever waited for Henry in these woods couldn't have came from them railroad tracks. And if you can see over here, it says rail bed. So whatever was coming in there through the trains, whether it be dropping off, you know, stuff to factories or whatever, that was an old railroad track line, and someone got up through there to not be seen. I mean, like I said, I don't understand why the cops didn't come up with something crafty to get kids in the police station to get maybe one's facial expression, body movements to see that day of who would have might have done this. But I ain't gonna rag on nobody. They probably did what they could do. And also what I've got on here is his sister said that she don't understand why he'd be over here because it's nowhere near home. Where she did speak of was a place called Paradise Gym that used to be an old lumber yard. Now I'm gonna take you through this. This is a fork. What is that? This is Franklin Ave. If you come down, if you come over here, you got more railroad tracks. Now, yeah, them are abandoned railroad tracks. Because as you can see here, here's the old railroad tracks that get cut off. And Paradise Gym is over here. And this used to be an old lumber yard, she said. And they, you know, what is really screwed up about, excuse me, these cases is that they don't give you much details in them. Like I did videos for a case on my Taj and our bone story. Kid's body that was not found but murdered. Damn, excuse me. And he too could not have got any more information than what was said to me that was already said in the newspaper or an article. I mean, the detective on the case did ask me what I thought my thoughts and theory was, and I told him. And that was that. This one, you know, don't say in the case that, oh, you know, where they lived or... So I'm thinking he must have lived somewhere in here or in around this neighborhood to get to home, if that's where his sister said they used to cross over. But like I say, why, of course, the question is why was he way over here, and why would he take a bus? And this is the main road here that you would go and come down here. And you got your Franklin Street. Is that over there? No, shoot. Yeah, it's tough to do it on this map thing, but... Well, there it is. I want to see where Franklin Street... Yeah, see? Wow, this looks like a damn friggin' dead end if you ask. Oh, no, it goes over here. Stetson Ave. Cross it over there. Anyway, he must have been coming from this direction to cut off and get off a bus here to go here. But that is the last resting place of Henry. As you can see, the distance of how far they said he was from home. And the question, why? Like they said, the person knew him. I think they knew him very well. Whatever the case may be on this, whether it was the bet of the card game, or like I say, maybe one of them jealous kids that can't take rejection from a girl that said no to him, and Henry went up to her and got a date. And, hey, what'd you do that for? Type thing. I mean, that's what I've been looking into, too. Not just this card game that was talked of. You know, you can't just go on one alliance thing to say, hey, this happened. Stick with it. You gotta think of the alternates. And that's if I was a detective, and I love mysteries and trying to figure things out. And in my experience as a kid, I'm watching all these relationships and stuff like that, or what kids did back in my day. I watched a lot of things, sprawl out into some, hefty matters. I think that he might have picked up on somebody's girl that liked, but the girl rejected him, or this bet was more money than what they say is. Or if there was a card game back then, it'd only be up to $40, and then again, you can't always judge something that only is told from tall tales. You gotta assume the worst in these cases too, I say. You just can't, say, hey, this was a card game, and, you gotta expect the worst. And like I said on them, on that baseball bat, there was, them other photos I showed you in my other video. I got a thumbnail pickup of the bat. I'm going to try and get my pictures in the video, like I say. Or, yeah, I might put one of my pictures up on this thumbnail video so people can get an idea when they look at that bat and that sign that I picked up from a movie in 1974 that I watched last year, and that was Invasion of the Body Snatchers. And when I saw that thing in the clouds as the camera's coming down into the city, it just literally freaked me out. Yeah, that could be Roman numeral 6 on the bat. But what if? You gotta think, what if someone saw that movie and they wanted to do something of the ordinary and messed up the encryption, putting it on the bat and scribbled it out, like I said. I mean, you gotta think of all kinds of things. And I mean, in this case, and in the Taj and Arbonne case, they discarded a lot of evidence in that case. I'm sure they discarded a lot of evidence in this. Back then, sometimes it sucks to say, cases, weren't thoroughly looked into. Sometimes it happens today, man. Cops mess up. Cops miss things. And you can't do that, especially on a serious case like this. And they ain't gonna tell you that this stuff happened either. They ain't gonna tell you the full case, and they ain't gonna tell you that shit got discarded or something happened, or there was a witness and they backed out, or they ain't gonna tell you all that shit. They leave you with the basic details, and if you're good enough, you can come up with your own thoughts and theories like I do, and try and come up with something different. Because what do you got to lose in a case like this? 1974, no murderers caught. you got all the time in the world to start thinking about different things, different, things you've grown up and seen in life, or even on TV. You know what? You can say that TV is not good for kids. Bullshit. I had to learn a lot of things on life that I didn't get taught as a child on TV. And I turned to the TV for a lot of comfort zone because I was left, and I was surprised, and I'm surprised this day that I didn't get killed because I was a roamer. I roamed the streets at 5 years old. I seen a lot of shit, as a kid growing up. And the only thing I haven't got caught up in yet is a murder. So, but seeing this, going through it, and watching a lot of murder cases on TV or murder shows of things that could have happened, or, you get these ideas. There are people out there that will do this kind of crazy shit, and people just overlook it. They don't do nothing about it, or even acknowledge it even happens. It's just sick. And there's a lot of people out there that do some weird, crazy shit. And you gotta put the worst in your mind, and you gotta think. Sometimes you gotta think like a criminal or a murderer. You gotta get in that mind, or it's not gonna work for you. You gotta have that killer instinct in you too. You gotta think like a killer. You don't have to be a killer, or to be a killer. You don't have to do the deeds, but you can think like one. It's the way life goes. And if you want to be a great detective or a mystery solver, you got to do these things. You got to think like that person. If they bash that skull in, you got to come up with a reason why. Or you, like I say, if he took a girl that someone like you, motherfucker, and there's people out there that get in a bit of rage, you got to think, O.J. Simpson, you took my wife. That's my property. I even saw a kid that I knew in high school jammed his fist up in some girl's crotch and said, that's my pussy. Alright? I witnessed that with my own eyes. Shit like that happens. And it's sick. And come to say, later on, I took that kid and beat the living hell out of him for what he did. Shit happens. And that kid got his ass handed to him by me watching what he did to one certain girl, and it was just sick. It made me, I'm not a woman beater, I never have, never will be, and to think, hey, this kid could have been protecting some girl, that thing, here it is, card game. How about if he took on someone that was, mean to a girl or something? And that person, you touching my woman, you're looking at her, now you're going to try and take her from me? I'm going to kill you. It happens. It happens. And I think as this kid, and as I look at him, a good-looking kid, like his sister said in her interview, he would go up to girls and talk to them, not give them a note. Outgoing straight kid, But anyways, my next video is going to be trying to get this to this place of interest. I'm gonna go there, and like I said in my last video, I'm gonna try and talk to the dead. I've been getting stuff in my videos lately of orbs, noises, and ghosts walking around me in the grass, alright? In a cemetery I was at, the Rev. So, if you want to check that video out, you'll hear grass rustling around me like footsteps being taken place. So, now I'm going to try these videos, is right. When I can get out to this place, like I said, I got a lot of things going on around here. And I'm going to try and get out there when I can. Of course, I got to make a phone call to Swamp Scott, see what I can get. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to get out to these places of interest, even where Taj Narbonne, where I think he was buried and murdered, in the woods right across the street from his home. I'm going to try this year, March 31st, to get out there at night. And I'm going to sit in them woods, and I'm going to put up a couple cameras. The phone I'm using right now and a camera off to the side, and I'm going to try and connect with him, see if he can tell me, speak through the spirits like the Indians used to do, and try and get him to talk to me and who his murderer was. Just like this, I want to try and talk to Henry here and see if he can tell me who murdered him. If I can get a name from the spirits in the wind, call me insane, call me crazy, but I believe this will happen. I believe it could happen. And I'm going to try it. If it don't happen, it don't. It wasn't meant to be, but if it does, man, that'd be fucking awesome. And where I've been communicating with the dead at a young age, and like my ghost that I met when I was in Air Mass, 52 East Main Street. Kid drowned in my backyard and came to me in a dream for help before I left that place. I think he wanted me to stay. He didn't want me to move. His spirit was in that backyard with me. And my room was right over that pond that he drowned in. And I believe I had lots of help from him dealing with my childhood. I was left alone a lot in that room. With a record player and a lot of toys to do something. Didn't have a lot of interaction with the family due to working and partying and whatever. It was all a mess. But anyways, YouTube, when I get to these next videos, you'll be the first to know. Till them next videos, out.